Happy February, everybody. This is day one of Vlogentine. My name's Amanda. I live in Fredericton, New Brunswick. That's on the east coast of Canada. I am the dyer behind Sweet Skein of Mine Yarn. I love to cook, craft, journal, knit. So for the next 14 days, I'm going to do little vlogs and kind of share my day with you, share what I've been up to knitting, take you along for some yarn dyeing, journaling, and share some recipes and favorite things. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing Vlogmas, and what I love is, when I share something and somebody else really likes it and they kind of have an idea of what I like for recipes or sweater patterns, and other people share with me. Please, if I'm talking about something and you think there's something that you want to share, please comment below. I always try to read your comments and get back to you as soon as I can. That's one of my favorite things in the morning during Vlogmas, was kind of going through comments and seeing old friends and making new friends with just sharing. So I've been doing lots of knitting, but not so much my typical sweater knitting. I kind of had to take a pause. I started a no frills pullover raglan, and I'm sure I shared that in my last vlog, and it just I wasn't having fun doing it. So I went back to blanket knitting and decided to make some more hats. I love knitting a hat more than I knit socks. Socks are fun, and I like to have a sock on the go for, when you need something small in your bag. But I've really fallen in love with hat knitting. So I stumbled upon this pattern about a month ago, and I had it in my favorites, and I decided to take it on. And I'm sure most of you have. It's really kind of blowing out. It's so bright in here. It's called the Robin Beanie. I'll put all the details on the screen. Anyway, this took me like 3 days of just picking away at it every morning and in the evening, and I absolutely love it. It's a DK weight pattern, and you start at the top and just work your way down. In the beginning, the pattern for me seemed like really, really wordy, because you were making, you're making stitches. There was a ton of make one rights and make one lefts. Very, very easy. But it was wordy. But once you get going, you're just straight knitting down, you're knitting and purling, and then you seam up your top, and that's that. And it's a beautiful hat. So I think they in the pattern said you could triple brim it to make it, or double brim it to make it super warm on your ears. I think I'm just going to fold it up the once. It's still a little damp. I just blocked it, and kind of wear it like that. But it is a snug hat, and it's super warm. So I did it in my MCN base, and it's super cozy. I did it in the colorway Pucker Up. It's kind of like a new one just for the Vlogentine month. I dyed a pale pink base and then poured the same pink in a little more saturated way on top of it to make it this super tonal color. And I thought it knit up beautifully, and I didn't have a pink hat, so there, added that to my pink collection. And I'm kind of thinking about popping this red crinkled pom-pom on top of it, because I really do like that high contrast. So anyway, so I have one finished object. And I just started a couple of days ago a new hat. So this is free on Ravelry. It's called the October Hat by Sloan Rosenthal. Again, I'll put it all on the screen. I had brought in a new base that I want to try. This errand, it's non-superwash organic merino wool, and I love it. It is so like bouncy and spongy and fluffy. It's got a little bit of I don't want to say it's rustic, because it's not scratchy, but it's going to have structure when it's knit up. You can kind of tell. But this is the colorway French Vanilla, and it's just a super nice neutral pale beige. And this is, I don't have a picture of the hat. Anyway, it's Aran weight, and it's cables. So yeah, I wanted to try out this new yarn, and I did. I don't really have like a good warm cream beigey hat, and I did want one, and I wanted it with cables. So we're gonna try this pattern out and see how it goes. So I'll take you along for this little free knit for the next few days. And also I should show you this gorgeous stitch marker that I have. I'll put the details on the screen. Becky makes these. They're so pretty. A little freshwater pearl. And while I'm at it, I'm going to share this with you guys too. I'm not a big fan of a whole bunch of knitting notions, you know, like outside of like the obvious that are nice to have on hand. I love the knitting cords, you know, those silicone cords that you add, that you hook onto the ends of your needles so you can try your sweater on. I think that that is like a staple to have for sure. And another thing that I really love is this Coco Knits Makers board. It's a magnetic board, and like I said, I just started the cable parts of this hat. Anyway, as opposed to having your piece of paper laying flat beside you, and I like having it on the board so I can kind of look up and watch as I'm knitting, and especially when you've got like a cable chart to follow. So if you don't have one of these and you'd like to, you know, knit off of charts and everything, this is really a great thing to have on hand. So yeah, I've shared it before, but so yeah, so that's what's happening right now, and I'm loving this base. It's really, I love it. I just love the feel of it. So I'm gonna do a sweater in this color, French vanilla, and I've got to find like a good cabled pullover sweater because I think this would be nice to have as part of my knitwear collection. I'm trying to be super mindful of what I knit for sweaters right now and stop knitting stuff just because everybody else is knitting it, or you know, I think I like it. I'm trying to be really sure. I just kind of purged some knitwear and shared some goodies with some friends. So yeah, that is what's on the needles. And other than that, I've just kind of been picking away at that Cozy Memories blanket. I don't have any acquisitions, but I do have a present I want to show you. My friend Diane, she lives in Manitoba. She has hang on, I gotta share it with you. Had to find her card. My pink bathtub. So Diane and I met just, you know, conversing on Instagram, and she has a YouTube channel. Hopefully this is all coming up. I'll put all her details on the screen if this is not showing up. Anyway, she's a fellow knitter. She lives in Manitoba, Canada. And yeah, like I said, she's got a great YouTube channel where she shares lots of fun things. So definitely check her out. She sent me a message asking if she could have my address to send me something. And look what came in the mail. She made me pink mittens, and they are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Diane. I love them. I've been wearing them nonstop. They're so warm. Again, I'll put the information on the screen, but it's a free Ravelry pattern because I had to ask her. I'm like, these are beautiful. What's the pattern? It's free, called Bella's Mittens. Anyway, she knows I like pink. Well, love pink. She knows I love pink, and yeah, so she gifted me these beautiful hand knit mittens, and I absolutely adore them. So again, thank you. And if it hasn't come yet, there's a treat coming for you in the mail, Diane, so hopefully it arrives soon. Speaking of pink, I did throw on a pink sweater in honor of the next 2 Vlogentine Vlogentine days. I'm going to have a hard time getting that word out, Vlogentine, so bear with me. But I am wearing my Reluctant Homeschooler. This is by Caitlin Hunter. I've shared this before. This is an old favorite. It's in my bulky base colorway, chicken bones. I don't have anything in my shop right now, but if you ever want this colorway, I will happily make it for you. I love it. All the pinks and the browns. And one of my favorite parts of this sweater is there's a Canadian company called the Woodlot, and they make a ton of different wooden little accessories. And they have a plethora of wooden buttons. So these are the maple buttons, and they have, you know, a whole bunch of different kinds of woods and different shapes, different sizes. I went for these big chunky ones, and I absolutely love them. And yeah, so this is one of my old favorites. And I love the color, I love the fit, everything about it. It's a great pattern. So that's what I'm wearing. And what else is going on? I had a little pile going. Countdown to Cupid is going on right now. Thank you everybody who ordered one. I hope you're enjoying day one so far. I kept one for myself so that we could open it up together. And let's start. So if you got a box, you would have received this legend with the list of the colorways. So the box contained 13 minis, one large skein, and then I did a little bundle of treats. Yeah, which I had a lot of fun putting together. I had a local lady who does pottery make me a bunch of ceramic pottery hearts to put in these boxes. So I hope if you guys are decorators like I am, I love decorating for all the seasons. I have my Valentine tree all put up. I'll do more footage of that and share some of the decorations that's on it. And yeah, all through my house, every occasion I love to just kind of make it festive for whatever's happening. I think it just started when I was a mom, and it was fun for the kids to wake up and have, you know, oh, we're decorated for Easter, we're decorated for Valentine's Day. So yeah, I love those little pottery hearts. So I hope you're enjoying those. So Countdown to Cupid, day one was called Chocolate Kisses. And this was the skein. So it's got some fuchsia in there, some red. It had like a light brown base speckled with more brown. So this is day one. And what I've decided to do with my minis, with the 13 minis, is my son's girlfriend graduates from university this year, and I want to do something special for her. So I'm going to make her a blanket. And what I thought I would do is, again, on this French vanilla colorway that right now I'm just loving. So I have this base, it's a DK, and I call it my teddy bear base. It's like a boucle. Anyway, I think what I want to do is take this skein, divide it in half, and hold it together with the strand of the teddy bear and knit half of this mini and then move on to the next mini. And then when I go through all 13 minis, I'll use the second half. So if that makes sense. So it's going to stripe, and there'll be 2 repeats of this guy and so on. But I think held together with this base, it's going to be a really squishy, cozy blanket, and I would just love to give her something special. So I'm going to start working on that today. So I've got to get this skeined up, this divided up, and then so on. I'll show you the minis as we carry on through the next 2 weeks. What else? February yarn of the month has all been mailed out. I hope you guys have all received yours. If you haven't received yours yet, please look away because I'm going to share it with you. And yeah, so February yarn of the month, it's the yarn of the month. The concept is it's a mystery skein. You pre-order it, and then I just get it out in time for you to have it for that month. So it was a sock and a mini for February. And this one was called True Romance. And I just tried to use a very soft, I guess you could say, romantic palette with a little bit of pink, and there's green and browns and khakis. And anyway, I love it. So I'm keeping one for myself along with January. So I'm going to just keep one every month and at the end do something fun with them. So there's that. And then today, maybe I'll share one last thing with you guys. I've been trying a new eye cream. This Caudalie, It's called the Vino Perfect Brightening Eye Cream. Anyway, I'm a product junkie, but I do like really trying to take good care of my skin, especially now that I'm in my 50s and things are changing. So a girl I follow on TikTok, she uses this and she loves it. So it's got caffeine in it and niacinamide in it. I can't say that word. Anyway, it's supposed to like help puffiness and dark circles. So I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and so far I like it. I don't know if there's a big change or anything, but yeah, it seems to be good so far. So if you're looking for a new eye cream and you're kind of in my age group and are looking to depuff and kind of brighten up that area, this is so far so good. Can't talk this morning, sorry. Anyway, so I have got to get on the road. I've got to run up to Staples and pick up, actually my cards for my bunny boxes are ready, so I'm going to go pick up those. I need printer ink, and I need to get groceries. What else? We're going to get Teddy out for a walk. And tonight, my mother and father-in-law are taking me and Dan and Alex and Sarah out for supper. Yeah, so my late husband, his parents, Barb and Wayne. Yeah, I'm still very close with them, of course. And we are going to go hang out tonight. So they've been saying for a few weeks now they want to take us out for supper. So we picked this restaurant called Byblos. It's our favorite right now. It's Lebanese. And oh my gosh, the chicken shawarma and the rice and the Greek salad, all of it. It's such delicious food. So I'm so excited we're eating out tonight. And that is our evening. Dan and I, depending on how we feel after supper, we might stay downtown and go walk and have a beer somewhere. But yeah, that's our Saturday. So hope you're all having a good day. And if you're going to come along for the next 14-day ride, thank you. I will continuously try to mix it up for you. Like I said, whether it's sharing something with journaling or yarn or a recipe. Today is going to be, yeah, I've got to divide and conquer right now. I've got lots of errands to do. So I'm going to head out the door now and get that done. And I will take you along for a recipe probably tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a big recipe day. Sundays I have my kids over for supper, and I always like to try to make a lot of food so that they have leftovers. And I think I'm going to do a pasta dish. And I think I might make whoopie pies. My friend Charlene, hi Charlene, if you're watching, she messaged the other day and said she was making my whoopie pies and had a frosting question. But I was thinking, gosh, I haven't made those in a while. So maybe tomorrow I'll make whoopie pies, and it makes a good batch. So then the kids have treats to take home with them. And that's it. That's it for today. So yeah, I guess I'll just take you along, and I will see you guys later.
Tree, the last weekend of summer, the empire at our fingertips, the autumn to discover. If I would have had the worthiness to be the perfect lover, would you stay under the willow tree when I asked